He discovers a room that grants every material wishes, but it's soon realized that it's not as thought. Unlimited wishes can never be a good thing. Things were going on so well until the wife wished for a child in the room as a shortcut. While the film keeps it light for the most part, the conclusion of the movie raises a bunch of questions. But how did they get here? The movie begins with the couple, Matt and Kate, moving to a secluded estate. They are moving into an old house with high ceilings. Kate has a problem. She cannot have children. 2 previous pregnancies ended in miscarriage. In the new house, the couple are hoping to start a new life after facing personal challenges. As they were moving stuffs, Kate finds a red dead bird and takes it out to bury it. The sound of the old stuffs that Matt throws from the house briefly scares Kate, and when she looks back at the spot she had left the bird, it was there no more. During the repair, Matt finds a steel door that is locked with a very tricky key. He finds the key among the old things and discovers an empty little room. Immediately Kate stepped into the room, the lights began to flicker and Matt concludes that they have electricity problem. Matt leaves the scene and goes to call an electrician while Kate noticed the flickering stopped once she stepped out of the room. The next day, the electrician arrives and descends into the basement with Matt. He discovers a very strange electrical wiring system and a mysterious-looking mechanism. When leaving, the electrician expresses surprise that the couple decided to settle in this house. He reveals to Matt that the previous owners were killed right in the mansion. Later that day, despite the fact that the house is just huge, Matt decides to retire to a room to cope with insomnia. Having nothing to do, he is looking for information about the crime that happened within these walls, drinking a bottle of whiskey he took with him. He manages to find out that the suspect in the murder, John Doe, whose identity is unknown, is alive and is being held in a psychiatric clinic. As he thinks, the bottle comes to an end, and the man carelessly says he just needs another bottle. The light flickers and goes off briefly, and he is magically granted another full bottle of whiskey on the floor. The next morning, Kate finds her husband in a room littered with various art objects, and all the old paintings are originals and new. Matt says that any wishes would come true there, but his wife does not believe him. He then asks Kate to name any materialistic stuff she needs and she says $1,000. Immediately the light flickers and Matt brings her the $1,000 in cash. Kate assumes that her husband might have brought the money from somewhere, and now asks for $10,000. Before she could make the wish, Matt asks her to make it $1 million and she does, laughing. The lights flicker and they notice a stack of banknotes in a pile of things. This scares Kate to the point of leaving the room, but Matt persuades her. Then the couple goes on a wishing spree, starting by hundreds of $1 million, to expensive art paintings, sprinkle each other with pearls, joyfully eat delicacies and drink expensive champagne. Then the real bacchanalia begins in the house. For several days, the couple revels in their power, and understands that they will no longer have to work. The house was designed by the enigmatic architect, J.P. Pincus, and is equipped with cutting-edge technology, including an artificial intelligence system named Ari. Ari oversees and controls every aspect of the house. The aim is to provide its residents with the ultimate comfort and convenience. One morning, Matt invites his missus to try again to have a baby, but Kate is afraid, remembering how much suffering her 2 previous miscarriages brought her. Kate feels the room is omnipotent, and one day she decides to wish for a child while Matt was out of the house. Matt comes back to discover a rosy-cheeked toddler in his bed, with whom Kate is babysitting. Matt, however, is not happy with his wife's decision, and says that is someone else's son, but he wants his own. He then takes the child back in the room to wish him no more, but neither of them was able to wish the baby away. That moment also birthed a consistent disaccord between the couple. One day, Matt continues to search more about the mysterious man, John Doe. The man who killed the previous residents of the house, as Matt was told earlier by the man from the power company. He goes to a room where they stashed their cash, and took some before leaving the house. He eventually pays a visit to John Doe at the mental facility. John Doe advises him to leave the house before it's too late. It turns out, the previous residents of the house, in the 70s, appear to have wished for a boy child. When the couple took the child out, he rapidly grew up. The couple figured out that if they, the creators, died, their son could live on outside the house. The lady killed her husband and then got her son, John Doe, to kill her. Though John Doe was free to leave the house, he was unidentified and was placed in a mental facility for the rest of his life. The scene then shifts to a gas station, where Matt reaches his pocket to get some cash only to come out with dusts. Struck by his discovery, he arrives home and removes one of the paintings from the wall. Putting the masterpiece on the porch, he discovers that the part of the canvas, which turned out to be outside the house, is aging before his eyes and crumbles to dust. It is revealed that items wished for inside the room ages at the regular pace while inside the house. However, when it leaves the house, it ages at a significantly accelerated pace, withering away to dust. This explains why Kate earlier in the film could not see the red bird after keeping her eyes away from it for some time, since the bird also aged rapidly and turned into dust. Matt sees Kate planning to go out of the house with the baby for a walk. He tries to stop her, but expecting the baby to wither away, he lets her go out. On hearing the baby's screams turning into that of a boy, he rushes out and brings Kate and the boy back in. The couple is surprised to notice that the baby has matured by several years at once. At this point, it becomes amply clear to the couple that things wished in the room age rapidly, which is why they wither away. Over the next months, Kate plays the role of a mother to the boy, she names Shane, while Matt distances himself trying to uncover how the room works. He tries to figure out the secrets of the monstrous house, draws diagrams, trains in shooting, and completely ignores the child who has appeared in the house. One night, while Kate and Shane were sharing dinner together, Shane starts chewing ice and ignoring Kate's warnings of him hurting his teeth. This happens after Kate declines letting him go outside for camping, with the excuse that he's sick and can't leave the house as the germs outside will hurt him. Shane, who is desperate to go out of the house and camp, happens to find the room and wish to be outside. In the process, the room converts into a false outdoor and the boy creates a piece of forest in it, and a small picnic becomes obsolete for himself. This makes Matt angry and begins to fear Shane for the right reasons, as a child's imagination could be dangerous without a filter, possibly wishing for dinosaurs one day in the room. He decides to lock the room with a key, and another quarrel breaks out between the spouses. Later that day, they receive a call from John Doe and reveals that he is a figment, who killed his mother on her instructions to be able to exit the house. Hearing this call, Kate is devastated and drives out, attempting to kill herself. Realizing she can't bring herself to do it, she returns home. Meanwhile, Matt reveals to Shane that he is just a thing that was created in the room, and says that death awaits the boy outside the walls of the house. He tells the boy all this after Shane insists that he wants his mother back and dismisses Matt as his father. When Kate returns home, a stormy reconciliation takes place between the couple, not knowing that Shane is watching. This scene is vital because to Shane, it's this physical act he believes is the ultimate bond that Matt and Kate share. Later that night, Shane leaves the house and grows into an adult. The following morning, he confronts Matt with a gun. As Matt charges at Shane, Kate gets knocked unconscious. This is not shown in the film, but Shane knocks Matt unconscious and takes Kate into the room. There, Shane wishes for a replica of the house and the surrounding woods. Shane also alters his physical appearance to look like Matt's. When Kate gains consciousness, she thinks that Shane is Matt. Shane, who is now Matt's copy, lies to her saying Shane got shot when they were fighting for the gun, and he took the body out, which withered to dust. Meanwhile, Matt gains consciousness to realize Shane and Kate are missing. We don't know why Shane leaves Matt alive. After all, Shane did try to shoot at him in the earlier scene. Kate soon finds out that the person she thinks is Matt is actually Shane, as she notices him chewing the ice like he did before. Since the room is locked from the inside, Matt tunnels his way through the wall into the room. He proceeds through the woods to locate the identical house. Kate also tries to hide from Shane. Having seen the intimate relationship that Matt and Kate shared earlier, Shane tries to have an intimate relationship with her. Shane finds Kate and knocks her unconscious against the wall and attempts to rape Kate, or maybe he just did. Shane believes that this act would make her love him, just like Kate does with Matt. We need to somehow understand that Shane is literally 3 months old, and he's just a day into his adulthood. He has formed a twisted sense of reality about relationships and the world around him based on the little he has seen. Matt enters the house interrupting the assault on Kate, and Shane runs away. After this, we see the classic case of Kate having to identify the real Matt. She does this by calling out, "Shane." When the Matt holding her arms turns around, she knows he's the imposter and pushes him down the stairs. The real Matt and Kate try to escape the house, but Shane transforms the house into a labyrinth. Remember, they are all still in that room, as all this takes place, and still anyone can make wishes in there. On realizing this, Matt wishes for decoys that look like himself and Kate. While Shane is tricked by the duplicates, the real Kate and Matt make a run for it back out of the room. When they approach the actual exit to the house, Matt gains the upper hand as he tricks Shane into jumping out of the house into the street. Once out, Kate shuts the door on him and Shane instantly ages into an old man. Kate steps out to watch an aged Shane lie down, die, and wither away. The ending of the film shows Kate sitting in a motel bed and holding a pregnancy test with the look of horror on her face as the test shows positive. Right after this, the light flickers and the film ends. And then there's the ultimate question that would nag at a person: what if Shane is responsible for Kate's pregnancy? What would become of the child? And is it even possible, considering that for Shane to live, Kate must die? Share your thoughts with us by dropping your comments below. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you would like to see more movie summaries like this, click subscribe to never miss any of our future updates.